What's up guys and welcome to this cast. If you don't know me, I am Sofado from the Irish Chosen Clan and I'm here now casting a few Cup of Nations battles. This is the first quarterfinal here I'm encountering. This is Mr. Bobi, also calling himself Big Daddy. Let's see if that's gonna prove. Against Mr. Ragnar, who is playing as Caucus. Quite interesting matchup here. I would personally favor Galicia all day long, especially on this Rugian map where there's a lot of forests and horse archers of Caucus. Can't pay off very well, but we will see how this goes. This is in the Cup of Nations tournament, by the way. Sorry if I forgot to mention it. One special rule about this tournament, which affects all barbs, also my faction. I play as Nervy at the moment. They're freemen. Levy MLG man, MLG freeman, however you want to call them. Basically, the superstar Jeff unit for the barbs, just 210, 2 Jeff volleys, easy peasy. Just gonna finish off every cavalry. Nope, not in this tournament. Jeffs have to be turned off for the lowest, for the, how do you say it in English, the lowest spear unit, I think. Which is in most cases the freeman. And so they won't have Jeffs in this scenario, and they have become basically useless without their Jeffs. So. Poor day for the MLG Freeman, MLG Suckman, as you want to call them now. But we will see how this turns out. So he does have 2 Levy Freeman, he does have 3 Galatian Spears, he does have 2 Colic Slingers, and he does have 2 Mercenary Syrian Archers, 4 Galatian Legionnaires, the standard front line for Galatia, more or less. He does have 1 Galatian Sword with an upgrade, he does have 2 Cappadocians, he does have 2 Galatian Noblemen, which is a very interesting choice. I mean, Galatian Noblemen is something you don't see too often in tournaments, of course, nowadays. But they do have Jeffs, and they are pretty good overall spear unit. They are of course very expensive for their price. I think it's 1,170 right here. I don't know exactly, but something around that. And he does have 2 of them, general as well, and the general is a strategist. So let's go. I can actually pull. Just hit started because there's nothing gonna happen in the early stages. Ragnar does have 4 horse archers, 2 on each flank, with which ones? Oh my god, with those he's pushing up. Sorry. He does have a line of 4 Eastern Slingers. Yes, he does have 2 Eastern Spears, 1 on each flank. He does have 2 Cardiac-men on each flank. So 1 on each flank, 2 in total. 3 in total actually, if you count the 1 in the back. He does have 4 Noble Bloods, I can tell you that. General's Noble Blood as well, he's here and here. And we have 3 Cocky Nobles for the center. So, it's a pretty interesting matchup. I mean, Caucus has gone quite, not as cat heavy as someone might expect. I mean, you have of course 4 Slingers and 4 Horse Archers, but that's like basically the minimum for Caucus usually. Bobi does of course have the advantage of having the forest here, and he's gonna use especially this forest here for quite a long time. Ragnar doesn't move up of course because he has the horse archers, and Ragnar does need them. Need to do it like that because he doesn't need to deal as much damage as he can possibly do. Bobi does have 2 mercenary horse skirmishes though. The horse skirmishes are way faster than the normal horse archers, so if Ragnar does make a mistake and he's gonna get too close, the horse archers will punish him completely. Very often resulting in just finishing off the whole horse archer unit if they get too close. Yes, Ragnar does have fire. It will turn on, I believe. Yes, he does, and he's streamed the 3-man, which is very good for Bobi. 1 volley already wasted out of 15. And I can tell you that's going to be more. And now here, the live 3-man, if they would have had Jeffs, that would have been so crucial, but of course they don't. So Ragnar's going to be safe here for now. Horse archers are being pulled around quite widely. Just gonna pull him back now. Yeah, it's quite micro-intensive to manage those 4 horse archers and his main army. He's not managing his main army at the moment, so it's kinda easy. Bobi of course just plays passively, chills a bit, drinks a beer, enjoys the day. Nice sun here, if I may say that. Very nice sun. Yeah, so sorry, my camera is a bit slow. We're back on the battlefield. Horse archers have lost 1 man so far. Yes, and now Bobi is starting to push up because Ragnar is now starting to lock him in. This horse archer here is, oh yeah, he's pulling it in closer to Bobi's main army because Bobi is now getting closer and closer to Ragnar's army, and Ragnar does need those soldiers to deal damage before the engagement starts, or at least to get them into a favored position once the engagement has started, to get rear shots or something onto the general especially. I think that's why he has focused here with 2 horse archers, and now Ragnar is splitting up his army half and half. He has done that quite often. It's basically the Ragnar tactic, I'd like to say. But Bobi has done a smart choice here now, putting those 2 Syrian archers here on one flank, and now being able to focus down 2 Eastern Slingers, and the Eastern Slingers will lose to those mercenary Syrian archers quite heavily. They are being covered by the forest. Oh no, they aren't actually. I mean, oh Jesus, bro, just a few centimeters. Oh no, they actually, are they covered? No, I don't think they're covered, because the forest, the sign of the forest doesn't show up, so they're not covered. But a few meters back, they would be covered. So that's kind of annoying for those slingers that day. Yeah, dude. Holy shit. All right, so they're gonna lose quite heavily here. The Celtic slingers here are gonna get shot apart quite quickly. He's getting shots off onto the general here. Also, just see that in the back, just waiting for an opportunity to attack. Now he's coming in with this horse archer shooting the general there from the shielded side. Remember, guys, if the general is turned like this, the left side is the shielded side and the right side is the unshielded side. So the unshielded side is going to be more devastating than the shielded side, of course. And there's the first Eastern Slinger gone, the first Celtic Slinger gone, but that's a nice trade for Galatia technically. But the Syrians are now wasting, well, not wasting, but they're like using a lot of ammunition to finish off those Eastern Slingers. They are focusing, which is very nice, so they will need less ammunition, but I think they're starting to feel the loss of ammunition now. I'm pretty sure they need like 5 or 6 volleys to finish off those Eastern Slingers. Yeah, so they're gonna feel that lack of ammunition pretty soon, especially if it comes down to the cav engagements, because Ragnar does have 4 skirmish cav and 4 melee cav against only 2 melee cav and 2 skirmish cav from Bobi, so he's gonna need something here, and he's only got those 3 Galatian spears, and they are not in a position where they could help the cav engagement, not yet. Second Celtic Slinger about to fall, just in time with the Eastern Slinger. Yes, they're both off the field, and now the Syrians are wasting ammunition. That doesn't look like a lot, but it can be crucial in late game if the Syrians are running out of ammunition and they're tired somehow, or because they continued shooting. Yes, Galatian Spear is about to move up. The main line of Bobi. Bobi is keeping his main line quite compact, which is not necessarily bad. Ragnar as well, which is definitely bad, because he does want, he does need holds as well for his especially his slingers and his jabs to be effective. Yeah, the horse archers in the back doing what horse archers do, but they're quite weirdly running away now. And now the main engagement is about to start. Bobi's moving up his mainline. Ragnar is not pulling back, and he's getting shot into the rear by Eastern Slingers. Not by Eastern Slingers, but his Eastern Slingers by Syrian archers. Now he got the sentence finished finally, and he's setting up his main line there, trying to get the cleanest of possible engagements. Poor Eastern Spearman there. That's not the way they want to end up. Yeah, just serving as breakfast for those Galatian Legionnaires. That's quite poor. Galatian Legionnaires have lost a man already due to the focus fire from the Eastern Slingers. But the Eastern Slingers are getting shot now by Syrian archers, and they're in a quite compact position, so they will take a lot more damage than usually. And now the main engagement has started. Galatian Legionnaires up front against Cloak and Nobles. There you see a nice charge bump there by Ragnar. Yes, killing off a few Galatian swords and enabling the cardiac to charge, but oh my god, Bobi does have Galatian Legionnaires to charge back, and now Bobi is rushing around Ragnar's right flank with his general and his Mercy Cappadocians. That was a bad charge into Cloak and Nobles. He shouldn't have done that. He does have level 3 in support for his cavalry though, so he can pull out his cav in the right way. Ragnar is not using his soldiers here, which is kind of bad at the moment. He's getting a nice charge here onto the Galatian Legionaries, the Galatian Noblemen, which is even better, and the cardiacs are gonna wreck those Galatian Noblemen here. He's even popping second wind. No battle rhythm, sorry, not second wind. The Cappadocians here are backing through now against the Nobloods. The Nobloods could actually stay in the fight here. They have decent support here actually. And if the horses move around, oh, that's a very nice move from Ragnar. He's moving the horse archers around, and now they can fight. They can fire into the back of those Galatian Noblemen. But the Galatian Noblemen are covered by the forest. I think I don't know exactly, but if they are, then it's not going to be effective. But they are dropping. which is something. And now here's a big gap. Bobi is now pushing through with his Cappadocians. He's not going to go into the back there, he's going to go right into here, which is okay. Galatian Spears are going to hurt the back of the Nobles. Nobles are already losing against Galatian Legions. They're not a very good frontline unit in terms of actually killing something. They can hold fairly well, but it's just spending 1,000 coins for only holding is kind of not really worth it against Galatia, which does have only to spend 800 in order to beat them. No men are dropping though, and now Ragnar's pushing over his left flank. Ooh. Yeah, he's gonna finish up the mercenary Syrians there. He does have a general. Now the Cappadocians here in general in the rear of Ragnar are now finishing off a skirmish. Nice, continuing recharge, but recharge also happening there in the other side. So that's quite a mirror setup here, quite nice. The horse archers are now just keeping track of the cavalry of Bobi, just shooting them down, which is a very nice move. Also here shooting down the skirmishes, which are about to shoot the Cockney Nobles, which is not really that effective because they're already getting killed. Oh, but the general has dropped down quite low, which is kind of interesting. Oh, missed opportunity there for Jeff Volley. Bobi didn't get it, and now Ragnar is gonna... Ooh. Okay, Ragnar's gonna do the recharge down there. Yeah, finishing off the skirmishes here. Horse archers here, finishing off the Cappadocians. The Cappadocians are gonna get into the rear of the slingers and finish them off. Now the horse skirmishes are moving up. They haven't done a lot in this battle, but they still have a lot of ammunition left, if I'm quite right. In general, of Ragnar is now in a quite dangerous spot because he can get shot by the horse skirmishes, but he does have noble horse archers in support. And I gotta say, he forgot one horse archer, now he's pulled it back. No blood, they're actually doing quite a nice job. This one has already got 1, 2, 3, 4 crits in the chevron. Now general though is getting cut. Oh, that's very bad for Ragnar. He should have pulled it out now, but now the other Cappadocian cavalry is pulling in. Very nice caught up there by Bobi, keeping the general of Caucasus tied up. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the skirmish cav dies. If they can just get their jabs into the Caucasus Nobles, it's done. And Galatian Spears with cav counter tactics are in. General is done, and I think he just recently died. Did he? Okay, he's waving now. I don't know if he's died. Yes, I think now he's died. Because now there's a chain road here on the right side. Bobi has won his left flank and Ragnar's right flank. And at this point, the battle is basically over. Bobi just does have too many units left, too many healthy units here. The Galatian Legion is 97, 84, 113. Just too many men remaining in this. That's going to be That's going to be a nice touch actually by the Noble Bloods, but it won't help a lot. Here we see another unit of Malika finished off by Galatian Spears and Flavian with a few Cappadocians left. Carly Axeman getting sandwiched. Skirmishes in back here have been running for quite a while and they're still not fleeing, which is due to the fact that Galatia is winning the battlefield, is winning the battle. And now we see the last units of the last infantry of Caucasus has broken. There's only Cav left, and I think he will get a nice chaff volley off here, and he actually does. That's a very nice chaff volley. Yeah, so that's all she wrote there for Caucasus. Very nice job done there by Galatia. I mean, to be honest, I have to be fair, the map favored him a lot because there's all the forest, and Caucasus can't really abuse the advantages in terms of skirmish power and kite power, so quite smart map pick, I gotta say, I gotta admit. Yeah, so that's the first game. Yeah, Ragnar even conceded right in time when I was about to forget what I was saying. That's the first game. 1-0 for Bobi. Yes, 1-0 for Bobi. Bobi Salacia. I keep on forgetting that. So this is the first game. 1-0. It was quite comfortable. Not as comfortable, to be honest, as I would have expected. I mean, he still does have a lot of units there. Three Galatian Legion is basically, apart from this one, basically fully available. Galatian Spear is pretty healthy, even level 3 surviving, which is very rare. Very rare. Jesus, all the javelins. Yes, the cavalry of Galatia did pull off those, pay off those units. Did pay very well. Those horse skirmishes didn't actually. I mean, they can't really do much in a 2-4 situation. Galatian noblemen didn't do anything, to be honest. And the line did what they did. They broke through. Which is all what they needed, and that's what won in the game. The Cockney nobles there on the other side, though, weren't able to hold against the Galatian legionaries, got overwhelmed. Two cavalries hit. Jen got caught, unfortunately, and turned out to be his demise. The horse archers did pay off very well for Ragnar. I think he had a few ammunition left, so they weren't done yet. Skirmishes didn't pay off. I mean, Ragnar was quite sloppy in just letting them get focused down. Koken was weren't able to hold against Galatian Legionaries, which is quite a shame for a unit that costs about 200 more than Galatian Legionaries. Coil Axeman, this one did quite well actually to double Chevron, which is quite nice actually. Oh yeah, that was the one that engaged the Galatian Nobleman on the left flank. The two ones there didn't really pay off very well. So that's the first game. It goes into the favor of Bobi, or Big Daddy. Proof accepted, you're the Big Daddy for now. And we'll see how the second battle goes. I'm just gonna cast those three together because I don't have much time left. So let's see. Now we have the Schlacht von Pyramiden, which is nothing more than the Battle of Pyramids. Galatia versus Caucasus. Now I'm mixing up German and English. Galatia versus Caucasus. Yes, this time it was Ragnar's map pick. Obviously Pyramids. I mean, on this map he's even more heavily favored than Boy was on this the previous map on Rugan, because first of all, of course, there is no forest, and it's a flat map which favors horse archers and skirmish all the time. And the second thing is that basically every single unit of Ragnar does have resistance to heat, an ability that helps them a lot in the desert, so they don't get tired as fast as the Galatian units do. I think only the mercenaries here do have resistance to heat, to horse skirmishes and the mercenary Cappadocians, which is not really good if you're Galatia. Alright, so we're here on this. Ooh, Jesus, that looks nice. I've always loved the pyramid map. That looks so genius. And there we see eagles. Oh, Jesus. Eagles flying above the camp of Galatia. Ooh. As a Germanic member of the Germanic family, I'd say that this is a winning sign for Mr. Bobi here, but we'll see how this goes. He does bring 3 Calic Tribesmen. Calic Tribesmen in this scenario are very effective, because in this tournament, as I said, Levy Freemen can't throw the Jeffs, but Calic Tribesmen only costing, they do cost 70 more, but they can throw their javelins. They're overall worse than Levy Freemen, which is quite ridiculous actually, considering that the Levy Freemen normally can also throw Jeffs, so that's not an advantage. And so the Calic Tribesmen are useless in normal game, but now they're finally gonna use. Ooh. Sexy muscles there, that guy has really been working out. So in this scenario they're quite effective actually. I would have gone for 4 maybe, or 3 and 2 Galatian Spears. I don't see Galatian Spears in this matchup, which is kind of sad, to be honest. However, he does have 3 Tribesmen, which is more than nothing in terms of jabs. He does have 3 Collect Slingers. He draw away from the Syrian Archer option, which is quite interesting, to be honest. 4 Galatian Legions there in the center, normal Galatian front line. He does still have the 2 Galatian Noblemen. They didn't really pay off in the previous battle, so we'll see how this goes. He does have 1 Galatian Sword without an upgrade. This one, a Noble Horse, interesting, and 2 Cappadocians plus 2 horse skirmishers. Ragnar does play his default. I'm daring to say default Caucasus, because he hasn't changed his army. 4 horse archers, 2 on each flank. He does have 4 Eastern Slingers, 2 on each flank as well. 4 Noble Bloods, 3 Carly Axemen, and 3 Token Nobles. The general is a Noble Blood, and he's gonna be somewhere around here, I can tell you that. So yes, Bobi now is a bit screwed, to be honest, because he's in the desert, so he can't really move a lot without getting tired really fast. And it's a flat map as well, so Ragnar's Skirm is gonna have an advantage. I think now he's trying to slowly push towards one flank, but Ragnar of course gets the hang of it, understands what's happening, and then pulls back, shifting a bit towards Bobi's left flank, towards his general. So maybe he wants to take over his general first, which is quite a decent option, to be honest, because with Galatia being a barb faction, losing the gen is gonna have a very bad effect on them. We see the horses just now just pushing up. We see the Eastern Slingers firing the Calic Tribesmen, which could be worth actually in this scenario, because the Calic Tribesmen are able to throw jazz, which can be very dangerous for those very nice gentlemen here, the Noble Blood Cavalry. Ragnar does. Ooh, now he's getting some quite nice rear shots here into the back of the Cappadocians. That hurts. But the Cappadocians don't lose a single man yet. They have very high health of 90. And yes, so Bobi's gonna push up here. See the formation. He's gonna he's kind of adapting to Ragnar's very open circle in creating a very close circle. I mean, if you get if you get what I mean. So yeah, sorry. Sometimes I have problems with speaking too fast. So Bobi's gonna push Ragnar's right flank quite heavily, to be honest, and Ragnar is a bit exposed here, to be honest. He does only have one cavalry. No, these things are wavering. 74 men remaining. They're being shot in the back. They will not be gone officially, of course, because yeah, their morale is not that low that they were with 74 men remaining. Bobi does choose to engage here, and why not? He does have around 4 units here, plus the Noble Horse here, and he could actually pull through and get 3 Eastern Slingers if he wants to, and that would finish him off, which would be very nice in the late game. Here, the Eastern Slingers waver already, so Ragnar's gonna get out here pretty quickly. Yeah, Bobi does have the advantage here, but he doesn't need to engage here because the Cappadocians are already finishing off the Noble Bloods here, and he could actually just go for the Horse Archers, to be honest, screen them off. And he doesn't have to pull in with all his units here. He does have 2 Galatian Legions here against just 1 Kali Axeman, which has already been thrown in the back by a Galatian Legionist, Jeff Wally. So this is going horrible here for Ragnar on his right flank. He's not even getting charged by Cappadocians and Galatian Legionnaires, though Bobi is about to lose his first Cappadocian cavalry. He does only have 3 cavalry units, which can be very dramatic in the late game. Yeah, but the Kali Axemen here now are about to get wrecked. You can see that now. Let's hop over to this flank. Oh, the Galatian Legions here, I didn't catch that. They got shot quite heavily, actually. 67 men and only honoring 3. And now the Kali Axemen with the charge, they will absolutely wreck those Galatian Legionnaires. You can see that here, only 1 kill, 53 men remaining. Only 23 kills. And Bobi's going to have to do something here. He's going to push up here. He's going to engage in the center here. The Noble Horse are now moving up in the center, which is quite nice. He can take down his Snowblood cavalry pretty easy. It has been damaged a bit. Now Ragnar's seeing a chance to push through the general in the middle. Bobi can get a very nice chaff volley off there with his Galatian swords. He doesn't, because he hasn't given an attack or yet. Pulling back here with his whole skirmishes against the horse archers. They have long range. The Freemen don't have a Jeff Wally left. They don't have anyone at all. So anything at all. So yeah, Ragnar can just charge him with the no black cavalry, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. Bobi does now have a lot of free units here on the left side, including this one mercenary Cappadocian cavalry, which can be very dangerous, especially with Ragnar's gen already being depleted a bit. Bobi's doing a very good job here. Oh, shooting the Cappadocian, the Nobloods, but the Nobloods here now getting now bring the oh my god, the Galatian Legion is very close to a point of waiver, and now they are free. The Kali Axemen can now just rush into the Kali Axemen and finish them off. That's actually very nice point of affair for Ragnar. And now he's double charging the Galatian swords. Galatian swords only a medium sword unit with very low armor. They will get hammered by his charge. I mean, it's only 29 noble blood stick, but they can still, yeah, you can see that 15 to 20 Galatian swords dropping. And now Ragnar's is pulling through because he has knocked down a unit in a charge, and can now get those Celtic slingers here basically for free. Very nice play here with the cavalry. Nice recharge here with by Bobi into those Carly. But the Carly here are coming in for support. They will finish off everything that Bobi has left here. Yes, now those noble horses are here in a quite dangerous spot as well. Getting shot by horse archers and now attacked by Eastern Spearmen. So cute. Nice recharge there by Ragnar, wavering both units, and those Eastern Slingers are now focusing the Galatian swords. Very nice. General has cut off depleted mercenary Cappadocian cavalry, trying to get into slingers. Very nicely done. The Noble Bloods will finish it off. The Noble Horse are not getting caught by Eastern Spears. Very nice. But now Ragnar does have a free cav here in the middle, and he's just gonna... No, he doesn't, wisely, because the tribesman there, he's gonna pull in his Kali Axeman, I believe. Yes, he will. And he's shooting down General here. General now depleted, 63 men remaining only. Bobi did see the gap here and is now charging the Eastern Slingers, but it doesn't really matter because the Noble Blood cavalry are close in support. The Eastern Slingers won't waver, especially because the General is close by. And now the only thing that Bobi has left, basically, apart from those noblemen, which are engaged heavily with those Cocan nobles, are his noble horse. Basically, the noble horse are getting they have been getting accompanied by the horse archers basically the whole game. As well, Bobi's whole calf has been accompanied by horse archers the whole game. Very nice work here. Already almost a chevron, 28 kills, and they still have a lot of ammunition left, so they will rack up the cavalry here, and he's also going to shoot down the cavalry here with his slingers. Yeah, now the infantry for Glacier starts to shift as soon as our Baby Galatian Coke Nobles in engagement against the Noble Horse, very nice for them. Horse Archers finishing off killing slingers. If those were Syrian archers, then that maybe would have been different, to be honest. But they are killing slingers, so this battle is going to be over soon. Ragnar focusing down the Galatian nobleman, another Eastern Spear charge into those very depleted Noble Horse, and they're even losing out to Eastern Spears. Raving Galatian Legionnaires, they're already with 51 men remaining, which is due to the army losses. Chain Rout about to begin. Horse Archers doing a good job here, staying away from those Legionnaires and just shooting the last bit of their ammunition. They have paid off very well in this battle. Those ones haven't done much, I think, but those ones have done a lot. And that is the point where Bobi's going to concede. Yes, so we're now tied up 1-on-1. Let's take a look at the statistics. The Galatian noblemen, they haven't paid off again. Really, they didn't. They now have 100 kills, which is even less than they had in the previous match. I think they had 120 or something. So I really wouldn't recommend Bobi. Wouldn't have recommended Bobi. No, in real English, I wouldn't have recommended Bobi to bring those Galatian noblemen. Cappadocians are a must-have for the Galatians. Noble Horse did okay. They didn't. I don't think they had enough impact to pay off for the 1,300 denarii worth. Calais Slingers didn't do anything, but the Calais Slingers, they're not supposed to do much. The Eastern Slingers didn't fill out their whole potential. I think Ragnar could have done a way more damage with them. But well, he didn't. But therefore his no Bloods did, and the Horse Archers did pretty well actually. And even his mainline, those Carly did very well there. 241 kills and 1 Sharon, and those the Coke Nobles did hold very well, which is basically the only reason why you would bring Coke Nobles was Galicia. So for you skirmishers to be able to shoot down the Galatian units, especially Galatian heavy infantry in form of the Galatian legionaries. Eastern Spears, they're Eastern Spears. No Blood Cavalry, those two got cut off. I think that one of them was the one getting engaged badly on Ragnar's right flank. But overall, pretty nice, impressive battle by Caucus. You have to say that the map and the odds were favoring Ragnar's faction quite heavily. But he still managed to play it down played out quite convincingly, and therefore deserves the victory. So we're tied up now 1-1 and hop into this very nice battle here. Bobi sent me all the replays, so the names are in German, as you can see. And now we're playing on Nemesis. Of course, it's Galatia versus Caucasus, which is no surprise, hopefully. Yes, we can see already that Ragnar hasn't changed his default Caucasus army yet. Still 4 Noble Bloods, 4 Horse Archers, 4 Eastern Slingers, 3 Coke Nobles, 3 Cardiacs, and 2 Eastern Spears. So that's basically a default. Yeah, that's his default Caucasus, I might dare to say. And I'm getting happy because now we can finally see Galatian Spears. Galatian Spears. Yes, that makes me very happy, to be honest. And now, which is one thing he didn't have in the previous battles, every single one of his units can throw jazz, because now he does have 4 Galatian Spears, if I'm correct. Yes, 4 Galatian Spears. He does also have the Mercy Syrian Archers and the 2 Calic Slingers again. He does only have 1 Nobleman, which is okay, because the Noblemen haven't really paid off in the last battles. He does still have the Noble Horse, he does have the 2 Cappadocians, he does have only 1 Skirmish Cavalry. Oh, okay, so that's the price for Galatian Spears and Syrian Archers. He does only have 1 Nobleman, 1 Tribesman, which does have Javelins, so in terms of cavalry, it does serve almost the same purpose. It just doesn't kill them, and it also doesn't have Cav counter tactics. And he also just has 1 Skirmish Cavalry, so we see how this will pay off. Yes, Ragnar pushing up with his 4 Horse Archers as he usually does. 2 Eastern Spears on the flanks, 2 Eastern Spears on the flanks, 1 Eastern Spearman on each flank, 1 Cardiaxman on each flank, 3 Coke Nobles in the center, and 1 Cardiaxman in the back. 4 Noble Blood Cavalry, as we already said in the loading screen. It's his default Caucasus. It's a nice caucus, to be honest. It's let's say a surprising caucus because it doesn't go quite heavily as I would normally expect it against Galatia at least. Ragnar's putting a lot of pressure on the Galatian skirmish unit, on this skirmish because he wants it off the field. Bobi's pushing that up now with Mr. Sirius. He's getting off a nice volley. Yeah, well, 3 deaths, 3 casualties. That's not a lot actually for that one volley. And now the skirmish is basically off the field. They're gonna get shot now. But Bobi can actually counter push and get some volleys in, but he's too late with the micro and already lost 11 man. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be more. Yeah, now trying to dodge the missiles. Again, we have the 2 Syrians. No, it's just 1 Celtic and 1 Syrian. He's still focusing down the Eastern Slingers. The Eastern Slingers can focus back, but they don't. As it seems, he's shooting the Galatian spears. I don't know if that was intentionally or if it was just because he had fire at will on. Yeah, the Galatian or the horse skirmishes still did 16 kills, which is impressive actually. From Bobi not microing them at all, basically. Ragnar's using a very wide setup here, this flank and the right flank, and Bobi's playing very compact. So this is another version of Kane, to be honest. Ragnar's not pulling back his flank, he does only have skirmish and shitty infantry and 1 cavalry there. And the Galatian spears now have not cavalry, but they have javelins, so he can't charge them quite easily. Nice. Nice arrow volley there. The Syrians are going to shoot back, but Ragnar's going to pull out in time. Oh, he's going to judge the arrows, actually. They're flying above him. Quite nice to see. And that engagement's going to start here on the Ragnar's left flank. He's pulling back his general wisely because the Galatian spears were about to throw him with were about just to massacre him with javelins. He's quite pushing with his Galatian spears here on the right flank as well. But only with those 2 units. I mean, he's pulling back the rest of his army. Now he's shifting his cavalry towards this flank as well. Does he want to do a frontal charge with Kali Axeman? Oh, he actually does. He can get counter charge quite easily, but he does have Galatian legionaries up front, and this is going to be a nice Jeff volley there. Very nice Jeff volley. 5 men dropped already. Ragnar hopefully does pay attention. Yeah, he does. The conversations are getting interrupted. And the Eastern Spears are going to move in. He's still going to win the fight though, because he does have the better support. 4 horse archers here are doing what horse archers do, and they're doing it very well actually. They're starting to rack up the kills on those Galatian Norman. Already 11 dead, and that's going to be very 23. That's nice. The Syrians are now helping them out, but it doesn't really matter. Jeff volley misses. On the right flank, we have seen the engagement. The Cardinal Axemen have been caught now by Galatian legionaries trying to follow the Noble Horse, which is missed micro there by Mr. Ragnar. Eastern Spears, it doesn't matter. They can die against the Galatian Spears. I think they even took a Jeff volley there, so that's quite nice. They actually soaked up quite a lot of missile fire. Noble Horse are now breaking through. This is a very dangerous spot for Ragnar here. He does have to calf to respond for now, but it can get quite desperate. Oh, nice Jeff. Oh, no, very nice Jeff right there. Yeah, 10 kills. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now the Galatian legionaries here are getting shot, and they will now lose to Celtic Nobles. 15 men dead already. There they will win, especially if the Celtic Nobles don't get a counter charge. I hope they will. Will they? Oh, Jesus Christ, they do. Just no, those ones don't, but those ones did. Nah, but Bobi has finished off Ragnar's left flank, but Ragnar's right flank, but now all of his units are just here somewhere, if you know what I mean. So they're just quite blobbed up and quite away from the main engagement. So he's gonna run up quite quickly. Ragnar's gonna sacrifice an Eastern Spearman there to hold off those Galatian Spears. Again, he does have less infantry, which you can to see by just this Galatian Spear just being able to charge frontally those Eastern Spears without any help. Nice interrupting charge here by the Nobles, catching the Galatian Spears without being able to throw a javelin volley. Not a good engagement here for the Noble Calf. 1-to-1 engagement against the Noble Horse. Nice support though. Celtic Nobles are the better support, of course. Superior support against the Galatian Spears, which are already tired as well. Nice focus though with the mercenary Syrian archers. Ragnar does keep his horse archers there very far in the back, and I think now he's noticed it. He's pulling the back. Very nice done. Most players probably would have forgotten about them in the corner, which could be quite dramatic in the late game. Ragnar's now shooting the remaining Galatian legionaries and into the flank of those legionaries, which is very well done. But he's gonna watch out for those Galatian Spears. He does have calf though to answer, and he's not been using this calf very effectively yet. To be honest, he does still have time to do it, and Bobi doesn't give an attack order. Oh, he does, but too late. No, just been thrown. That's gonna be a nice charge for the Noble Bloods. He can pull out, then rear charge with the other Noble Blood, and then the engagement is basically done. Eastern Slingers now gonna have to pull back. Cappadocians just trying to annoy those Noble Bloods, keeping them in the fight. Maybe trying to go for the skirmish. Maybe for a rear charge. No, no time. But the general is going for rear charge. Maybe yes, this is the better choice. Here the Galatian Spears are already done. Galatian Legions are gonna be done soon. Now the Kokinobles are free to cover up this flank where there's gonna be a hole soon because those Kokinobles can't hold forever. They're actually holding very well here against the Legionnaires. Very nice, very nice job there. And the Noble Horse are not dropping very quickly. They're actually getting hammered by those Noble Bloods. And now Ragnar can shoot up the Cappadocians, which are also not that healthy anymore. And now he has 3 hour touches in the back with basically all of the ammunition remaining, which can be very crucial in late game. Bobi, Ragnar also does win the right flank. And he wins the infantry engagement against Galatia, which is a miracle itself. Poor Galatian Spears. I was so happy to see them. Now they're just getting wrecked. I mean, it's not really Bobi's fault, to be honest. Ragnar's playing this quite effectively. Bobi was probably a bit slow with his cavalry and just let his infantry get engaged without favorable odds. Even let it get shot quite heavily in terms of the Galatian Legionnaires. Now he's focusing on the Koki Nobles. His general is in a quite bad spot because now he will get focused by 3 slingers, and that's going to be crucial. Especially, it's going to be the unshielded side. Yes, you see the in the Rome 2, every warrior has a spear under his weapon in the right hand, so that's the unshielded side. The unshielded side is going to be as bad as if they will get shot in the rear. So let's look out for the other infantry engagements. We have Galatian Swords interrupted by Noble Bloods and in charge by the Axeman. The Axeman should be able to pull this off. And Ragnar still does have his general there to prevent any cavalry from breaking through, which is happening here. And meanwhile he's finishing off the remaining skirmishes there. He does have pretty healthy cavalry, 43 men remaining, which is quite nice. Nice shot in the back there. Ooh, you don't want to come that close, and he actually does. Oh, he's actually charging them. Very nice. Interrupting the slingers and the archers and the slingers here from shooting. Very nice. Giving his Noble time to come to pull over here and finish them off. Yeah, the Cappadocians here are just now gonna getting a nice massage into the fucking head with stones. Ooh, that's cute. Not a single man. Oh, actually there are 4 men remaining. Quite nice. They actually managed that. But yeah, this battle could be basically done actually. Yes, it is actually done. Sorry, it is done because now Ragnar is just gonna focus on the English Legionnaires. They can't do anything because they have to engage those Koki Nobles, because otherwise the Koki Nobles will get to kill them, to stab them in the back. Yeah, focus fire from 4 slingers. He has been able to keep them alive. Better use of them this time. Very nice. And now the last remaining infantry of Galatia is about to waver. Only tribesmen, only shipmen, and few Galatian swords left, which are actually holding themselves quite well against Cordex. Probably even going to win them. Yeah, they are going to win them, but it doesn't matter because now Ragnar has engaged the skirmish with his remaining cav. Koki Nobles into the mix, and that's where Bobi is going to concede. So, yep, another convincing victory here for Ragnar. On Senna, which is again a map that technically would favor him, not as much as Pyramids to be honest, because the heat effect doesn't come into play. But very nice victory here by Caucus. Very nice. The main line did hold very well actually. Yeah, just this Carly just got overrun. Bobi is doing a nice job in like overrunning or like winning the initial engagements and overrunning one flank, but Ragnar somehow does pull it off again. He did pull it back on the previous match in Pyramids, and he does pull it back here as well. The Cappadocians here for Bobi. Oh, that's crucial. Only 3 kills in that one. I don't know really what happened there, but actually I don't want to know what happened there. They're off the field with just 3 kills. Yes, Noble Horse did pay off even worse than the previous match. I think they had double the amount of kills. Actually, yeah, pretty much double the amount of kills. And this battle, Galatian Noblemen, I can't say it often enough. They are still not cost effective. Only 68 kills, no Chevron, basically off the field, didn't do anything. Galatian Legionnaires here just getting wrecked. They got shot and then charged, and then just charged by infantry. So understandable. Quite nice work there from Ragnar. Galatian Spears doing what Galatian Spears do, wrecking up Calf. They did that quite well actually. In a few stages, those ones just got absolutely wrecked. Yeah, I think this time Ragnar did use his sling is a bit better. Of course not the full potential, but he did use him better. Now his Horus archers didn't have to do that much as well. I think there were a few mismarkers there, so Bobi was able to shoot them because otherwise they wouldn't be so low with only 31 kills. Noble Bloods did okay, not great, but okay. Those units did pretty okay. Yeah, well, I'm saying okay now 10 times in a row, but they did actually quite nice. And yeah, that's it. That is the third battle. I casted the other two ones live, the fourth and the fifth battle, so don't worry, this is not over yet. I just had to recast them because during the first three battles I had some recording issues and stuff like that. But I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.